Salaar, the one and only movie that we were all waiting for and hoping for it to be good. Was it good? Was it worth the hype? And was it actually worth Prabhas's time to actually get it back to action and hopefully have his first hit after so many flops? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Buddies and Blockbuster. As you know, I'm your host AJ, and this is Bob. I just want to take this time to wow, we loved it. it was so good, and the reason I'm clapping is for Prabhas, right? After Bahubali 2, he had a string of flops, right? And this is his comeback. It's his comeback. He's won, right? Um, and because I'll just give you the box office number in just 2 days, and it's the biggest opening ever. It has done over 180 crores. That's a massive achievement, especially from the South Indian industry. So kudos to everybody, the cast, the director, producer. They've done an excellent job, and I think it was a great ride, and it kind of blew my expectations because I haven't seen a certain movie that you guys might have watched before. I didn't have a clue about how the story is going to go. I was just expecting and wanting to see how the director of KGF is he going to replicate his thing, and I think he's done yet another hit, yet another blockbuster that he truly deserves. So let's drive straight into it. In terms of the cast, I just want to point out a couple of people. There's a lot of folks. I can't tell everybody, but the main guy, the main rebel star, Prabhas stole the show. Of course, he was the highlight. My favorite. I'm going to be biased, Bob. You know this. My favorite, Prithvi Raj, was there. He did a great job in his role. We did have Shruti Hassan. We will talk about this later. She was okay, I guess. A couple of standouts was Shreya Reddy. My God, she has that menacing kind of thing, and she did it in the best possible way. And of course, Jagapati Babu as the king. Uh, I think he always does a great job. Whether it's a bad guy, good guy, he continues to do a great job. And then, who was that guy, Bob? What's his name? The crazy guy. I forgot. Was it John? What?
John Tran?
John Vijay? Yeah,
Yeah, John Vijay.
yeah, John Vijay and the other guy from KGF itself,
Garuda.
Garuda. He was there. Ram Chandra Raju. So we have most of the KGF kind of cast in this piece, and I want you to keep that in mind, mainly because if you like KGF, you're gonna like this. It basically has the theme, the layout, the look and feel of KGF. The director has basically made that story into Salaar as well. Now, I liked it. I've always been a KGF fan, so this vibe was good for me, and it was a joyride throughout the whole movie, action packed. And just letting you know, it is A rated. It's a bit for mature audiences, and that's why they had those scenes where people's hands are getting chopped, legs are getting broken. You can see the blood. So just if you're not okay about it, maybe close your eyes. But I think you all should experience it, and this is why it was good in a theater because one, it's an action-packed movie, and you've got to experience it in that form of environment. And when you have a packed crowd, oh, everybody's whistling, howling, going crazy, because I think everybody wanted Prabhas to get his hit, right? And I think it delivered. So in terms of the story, again, the one main piece that I really liked and which I connected to was the friendship of Prabhas, Deva, and Prithviraj. Their friendship was showcased in the best way from their childhood all the way to when they grow up, and the dependency that both of them have for each other, as well as you know as soon as Prithviraj wants something, Prabhas is going to be there. He just says Deva and he's just there, right? And nobody should touch him and nobody should do anything. That it reminded me so much about Bob and myself. We also had a conversation about who do you think you represent. Initially, I thought I should be Prithviraj mainly because I had this king bullshit. Look, literally have Lion King here, but I think I'm more of a Prabhas guy because if anything happens to my friend here, I will go crazy and I'll do stuff, and I'm always
Okay.
there for him. And he's the silent guy. um, so in terms of the storyline, that was one portion, and the second piece that got my eyes was the world building. There's multiple factions, there's multiple politics going on, and that was intriguing, and I think that made this movie a lot more better, and kind of something that I was looking forward to. And the way how he's cinematized it was so good. Yes, it has the KGF vibe, but in its own way because of this friendship and those components, right? Now, in terms of eye-catching moments, there are so many eye-catching moments, mainly from Prabhas, from his entry, the way how they've captured each and every shot before he explodes and does all his stuff was a point. It was just awesome. And in terms of the action, there's a lot of action. Sometimes you might think there's too much action. Yes, I think so, but I just went with the flow because I really liked it. And it reminded me, it was a combination of KGF and John Wick put together, and it's going nonstop, right? So that was good. And of course the friendship, and I think I like the bond between Prabhas and Prithviraj. I think they have that good friendship vibe going on, so it's showcased in the movie. um the only gripe, and this is where the reason on why I feel I wouldn't give this like, oh, a 5 out of 5 or a 4, is mainly about there's a couple of scenes where it's dragged a bit too much, mainly the first half was a bit more draggy. I know they wanted to showcase the importance between the mother and the son, but those scenes was a bit too much. And few spots where they could have just rushed into the next scene, they just dragged it a bit more. So the first part or first half was something that I didn't like too much. But as soon as they was building up to the intermission and then the second half, I was hooked. I was like into the movie, right? My last gripe would be the dubbing. There's a couple of characters, and even Prabhas sometimes it was not matching up with the dialogues. Maybe it's a Telugu thing, or maybe they've done a better job in Hindi. I watched it in Telugu because that's the original source, and I like to watch it in the original source. And Prabhas's voice is something that I love. But there was a couple of instances where the characters and the voice was not matching up. That kind of annoyed me a bit. But aside from that, overall, to me, this is a must watch in the theater to experience it. Prabhas, you did an awesome job. Welcome back to being the blockbuster as you are. And Prithviraj compliments him throughout the whole movie. And I'm looking forward to part two. This is definitely you've got to take your family, take whoever, and when those bad scenes come in, just close your eyes. But go to the theater and experience it. And that is a 3.5 for me. Bob.
Yeah. So first we have to appreciate the actors because they have done a very good job. And AJ, he began with the claps, but he should have begun with the whistles. The people who have seen the movie, they'll come to know why I told the whistles. There is a one scene where Prabhas will whistle for the Prithviraj. So I just wanted to give that whistle. Right. Then now coming to the movie review, yes, it is for the mass people. Whoever loves action, they will love to watch this kind of fights. And the Prashant Neel has done the, I mean, he has taken that KGF kind of thing, the big scale, with this innovative story. And already he has informed in one of the interview, he has informed that he's doing the remake, like he's taken some storyline of it. For the people who have watched Ukram, they'll be having that same concept. Like they'll be thinking like exactly it is the same but different, like the KGF and other stuffs. But people who haven't watched the Okra, they'll be very excited to see this because it's like so good. And yes, in the first part, they should have cut few scenes of mother and sons, especially like the people who watches, they'll come to know the cake scene. I mean, once they see it, they'll come to know about it. And Shruti Hassan in the beginning, her she that English should have been somewhat different. That's fine. Yeah, first off, they should have trimmed it and they would have kept some more things. And the eyelids, after so many years, we are seeing Prabhas in that way. And director has used him in such a way, the hand movements, the shadow, the interval, the climax, and one more scene that is a pre-climax, I would say, the kids and other stuffs. So everything was like top notch. Those scenes were. He can get out like how the elevation should go on. That he got it in the second half for sure. In the first half and all, he was building that when to go, when to go, when to go. People were waiting for it. And once he start, everybody was screaming. In the theaters, nobody was sitting so silently. Like it was so good to watch. And negative, I would say, one is that remake of Ugram, the storyline, and the second is the mother character. They should have cut it out few. And third is like I would say they had lot of guns and other stuffs, but they'll never use those guns. Instead of that,
Yeah, that's true, man. That's true.
instead of that, they'll come with the knives, swords, and other stuffs. Maybe that I would think that is little bit negative. Maybe if they would have come with the guns and other stuff, it would have been better. Yeah, overall the movie was good. Like it is must watch in the theaters, and I would rate it as like 3.5. And especially to mention Prithvi Raj, he has done very good, and other actors they have done really good. The Prithvi Raj, the entry itself, I loved it, and the second when he asks something, like he'll just ask what, just claps, and again he'll ask, and he will whistle. And he'll like, oh wow. And there is one more comedy scenes. He'll be like, what? Just for this, you became so tired. He'll be like, if I had the sword, even I would have been. Those are like really good. I mean, the way he asks and the way he tells, and the friendship bond, everything. And from the kid, like their bond, they'll show it. They'll the everything, whatever it was there, that was really good. Those scenes and few with the kids as well as that salute and other stuffs. Even that was good. Yeah, overall I would give 3.5.
So I just wanted to mention two things, right? Before that, we've been on point, guys. We've done a couple of movies, and this week it looks like Bob and I,
Yeah.
for the first time, have the same review, the ranking. So look forward to more. But the two things, right? One, Prashant Neil does a great job in general for everything else, but when it comes to the kids, he has
Uh,
some kind of soft spot. He gets the emotion. There's this one scene. I'm not talking about the salute thing, but I'm talking about another scene where things get heated up, and I was on the edge of my seat because I wanted to. I felt like I wanted to kick that guy, right? And but the expressions of those kids, made the girls, was so great. I'll try to put the clips, but it was so you get hooked by seeing those components, and the director has done a great job in emphasizing that. And second thing, Bob, this is for you and I. There's this one scene, and it's not spoiling anything, guys. There's one scene where Prabhas is playing with the kids, cricket and stuff, and the kid gets annoyed. He's like, "Why are you playing with us? Well, don't you have friends?" And then he just looks back and he takes himself back to the flashback, right? Because he just has one best friend all throughout his life, and that moment is like, yeah, I feel the same because I had just one best friend, that's Bob, right? And that it just got me all those memories. So I just wanted to let you know about that. That came and that happened.
That's true. That's true. Even I felt the same thing when that scene came. It's not only there. Like I mean, when and surrounding me, when the things goes on, I'll be thinking of you. So that always will be there. The only thing is like we won't express it. Apart from that, always inside the heart.
This thing is so relatable. Like we definitely have a couple of qualities of both of them in us, and it showcases in our bond. So that also kind of made our experience with the movie a lot more cohesive, and that bond was there. So thank you, Prashant Neil, for giving us this adventure and this experience. I appreciate it. So with that being said, guys, we have a bunch of videos posted, a lot of movie reviews. It'll be good for you guys to go and check it out, and also spread the word. And as always, be sure to like, share, subscribe.